So I want to talk to you a little bit about the road to healing, because I know that this information in this course can be overwhelming. You might suddenly be thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, I've got to work on my red, my root chakra is busted, my third chakra is busted, I don't communicate my truth. Well, how did this happen? What's going on? You're suddenly feeling this awareness of these different parts of yourself that you didn't know you had. Okay. So first, let's go ahead and diagnose more about how you got here. And we want to look at your parents. So mentally go back in time to your parents, being born, being a kid. Think back to your parents when you were young. Whatever their strongest chakras were, you automatically learned to use. Whatever their weakest ones were that they rejected, you also had that chakra weakened in you. And you don't want to start blaming your parents for how you are, but you want to realize how you got here and that it wasn't all your fault, okay? So if your parents were hard workaholics, you probably know how to work hard. Or perhaps you reacted and went the other way and you vowed that you would never work hard because your working hard meant there was no love for you. So you didn't want that to happen to your kids, and so you chose not to be a workaholic, right? And so you're not successful, you're always shaky because of that, because you rejected what you saw in your parents. Consider that maybe if your parents were very loving, you took on some of that love and you have that heart chakra strength in yourself. Or maybe if your parents or one of your parents was a great communicator, you are now a great communicator. You have a strong throat chakra, right? The gifts pass on through you. If one of your parents maybe had a strong spiritual belief, maybe you have that gift as well. Maybe you have that belief as well, right? But reflecting back on how your parents were when you were a child is the beginning of putting together the puzzle, how you got here. You pick some of this stuff up from them. You also want to think about your early friends, the childhood friends you were very close to, because they influenced you as well. And by the time you were 7, 8, or 9, you already had your basic chakra tendencies figured out. Most of us don't change that much from those early days. So think about your early friendships and how those were based. Was it sacral related? Was it fun? Was it friendly? Was it competition related? Was it athletic? Was it about dreaming and imagining things together? Was it sixth chakra? All of the things that happened to you in your early life shaped you into who you are now, right? And then think about the society or the tribe that you grew up in. What was the society like? Was it a society that prioritized a certain chakra or that rejected a certain chakra? Was it a very us versus them group, or was it a very woo-woo spiritual group? What was it like where you grew up? So this will all help you to figure out where you got this from. Now, I've got another piece of information for you, and this may come as interesting. Some of the chakras that you are strong in has nothing to do with this lifetime. Whether you believe it or not, you have probably lived multiple lifetimes. And unless you're a new soul on the block, your chakra strengths come from other times as well. And your chakra weaknesses come from other times as well. I hypothesize that past lives pass down some of the abilities and the tendencies we have from other lifetimes into this one. And each lifetime we have a new opportunity to make new choices. You don't need to believe in past lives. I don't need you to believe in this. Just consider it like a cool idea. Like maybe it's true. I believe in it because I don't believe that your soul is something that actually dies when the body dies. And these whole notions of heaven and hell, to me, I never bought that. As well as many spiritual experiences I've had that have helped me to see beyond the veil and remember who I've been and all kinds of things like that. But we don't need to get into this. Just consider that maybe you've lived before and you have abilities and wounds from prior times that you've carried into this one. And that part of this lifetime is about healing those wounds, making peace with what happened before, so you can live the bright, vibrant, amazing life that you want to.